A local band is on a mission to preserve history, and they're looking for a permanent home here in Spokane. Our Brandon T. Jones has the story.
For whatever reason, Spokane is not really associated with jazz.
Some people think of jazz as elevator music, for instance, or music that's easy to ignore, something you have on while you're doing something else.
But if you go back 100 years or so, jazz was very much alive in downtown and at the Davenport Hotel.
Well, the Davenport was the big venue for jazz those days. Like if you stumbled into Spokane and you wanted to hear jazz, if you landed there, you're gonna probably hear it.
Across the street, one of the most successful jazz performers of the era was getting his start at the KREM Theater, which is now named after him.
Bing was the first American Idol. People don't realize how big a star he was, but he had the biggest radio program in the country. 1 in 3 people were tuning into his radio shows.
Though Crosby could perform in other styles, he helped bring jazz to mainstream America, teaming up with and highlighting numerous African-American artists along the way.
He had more #1 hits in music than Elvis or the Beatles combined.
Since Bing's era, jazz has died a slow death in Spokane, punctuated by the closure of Ellis Supper Club in 2008.
That was such an important part of the cultural landscape of downtown Spokane, and it's sad that it's not still here. And that's one of the reasons we want a home.
Garen Hertel and his band, the Hot Club of Spokane, have spent the last several years bouncing from venue to venue in search of a permanent space.
The Bartlett was one of our favorite places to play. Lucky You Lounge, I think it was 2023 when they finally shut down. And then it was winter of 2024 that we started at Hamilton. Except for maybe 2 shows, every show has been sold out.
One reason is that the set list always placed a special emphasis on Bing Crosby and other jazz musicians that called the Lilac City their home.
There were all kinds of local musicians that we could explore, and we found some charts, some music from those groups, and so we developed an idea around preserving local history through the band.
Last year, Garen turned the Hot Club of Spokane into a nonprofit with hopes of raising enough money to acquire a venue.
We could host concerts, have dance lessons, teach music, individual lessons or group lessons.
One possible candidate is a parking garage next to the Spokane Comedy Club that was once a 1920s dance hall.
Bing Crosby hung out there and learned about jazz from Chuck Whitehead and his orchestra.
And even though Spokane may never be a jazz landmark,
there's a really big world of jazz.
That doesn't mean it can't still be on the map. With photojournalist Nathan Brand, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.